Welcome to Brainbox. Let's now understand about how to extract the metals. See here, metals, before we study about the extraction of metals, let's try to classify them into three classes like less reactive metals, moderately reactive metals and more reactive metals. Right. So first we'll discuss about the less reactive metals. And the less reactive metals, earlier we learned about the metal reactivity series. In the metal reactivity series, which are lying low, means below hydrogen, are considered as less reactive metals, right? So what are those less reactive metals? Metals like copper, mercury, silver, gold and platinum are less reactive metals. Okay, now most of the less reactive metals are available in free state, and the free state means we call them as native state. So metals like platinum, silver, gold, these metals are called as they are available in free state, in the sense when we find them in the earth, they are not available as compounds, they are available as their elements itself, right? So we call them as they are native state elements, right? And if at all we see the metals like copper and mercury, these are little less reactive, but anyway comparatively more reactive than silver, gold and platinum, hence they are available as their compounds. Example, if you see the compound of mercury, which is called as cinnabar. Cinnabar is the sulfide of mercury. Okay, and cinnabar, from cinnabar we can extract the mercury by heating it with oxygen. Right? If on heating with oxygen, it forms its oxide. Okay, so the oxide formation, we can show it like this. HGS reacts with O2 to form. So here more than one molecule of O2 may be required. Let's see how. See, it forms HgO plus SO. Okay, so for this what I'll do is that 2 molecules of silver will take, so that 2 molecules of SO2 and 2 molecules of HgO will be formed, so that we can have overall 3 molecules of oxygen used, right? So like this heating of cinnabar, means the sulfide of mercury in presence of oxygen to form the corresponding oxide, is known as roasting. So this is called as roasting. So what is roasting? So roasting is simply heating of metal sulfide to form its oxide. Okay, what is roasting here? Roasting is the heating of metal sulfide to form its oxide. If any given metal is available as its sulfide in the earth crust, then the sulfide of the given metal can be oxidized or converted into the oxygen by heating with oxygen in excess of oxygen, so that it will be converted into oxide, plus large quantity of sulfur dioxide also will be released, right? And this process we simply call it as roasting. And after roasting, now the mercuric oxide can be simply heated, means if at all the oxide obtained is heated, then we can get the mercury plus oxygen. So this is a way how we can extract the mercury from its compounds. How mercury is available in the earth crust? Mercury is available in the earth crust in the form of a compound called cinnabar, right? And now the cinnabar is heated with oxygen to get its oxide. Cinnabar is actually what? It is the sulfide of mercury. Now we have converted the sulfide into oxide, right? And the oxide is then heated to obtain the mercury, right? Similarly, copper also can be extracted from the same technique, that if at all the copper, means we call it as the copper glans, and we will take Cu2S, and this compound is heated with oxygen so that we can convert Cu2S into Cu2O. Okay, so that some of the sulfur is converted into sulfur dioxide, right? And after this, what we will do is the partially converted sulfur dioxide, or sorry, not sulfur, partially converted cuprous oxide will be again treated with, means this is simply auto reduction, in the sense it is not required for us to take complete oxidation. That sulfur need not to be converted into its oxide completely, just partial oxidation we will do. And now see this, one molecule of Cu2S combines with 2 molecules of Cu2O so that it forms copper plus SO2. Okay, so this is the way how we will extract copper from its compounds, right? So copper can be extracted from its compound like copper glans, or it is also the sulfide of copper. So how we are doing? We are just converting the sulfide first into its oxide by heating with oxygen, and the oxide which is again treated with the sulfide, so that it just makes the auto reduction, means no need of any other further means reducing or breaking down. It itself will break down to give the copper as a element, right? So here this is a way how we will obtain the copper, and this is a way how we will obtain the mercury. And in both the cases, both copper as well as silver are available as their compounds. And what are the compounds, in what form they are available? They are available as their sulfides, right? So how did we converted the sulfides? Sulfides first we have converted into their oxides by a process which is called as roasting, right? So what is roasting? Roasting is a heating of metal sulfide to form its oxide. So first we will convert the sulfide into oxide, and later the oxide is either heated like this, or the oxide is again treated with the sulfide to get the metal. So what method we are using? It always depends upon the reactivity of the metal. So more reactive metals, if at all we have, they needs another method, and less reactive metals may give their elements directly on heating like this, right? So have a look now.